Make your way to your mat. Sit bones grounded. Roll your shoulders down your back. Lengthen through your spine to the crown of your head. Just place your hands over your thighs, your knees. And then just start to notice your breath just as it is. No need to alter your breath. Take a deep breath through your nose. Exhale out your nose. Just continue to take breaths through your nose and start to lengthen through your breath. Allow your inhales and your exhales to evenly lengthen. And then next, start to notice in your body where your breath is lying. So sometimes when we breathe or focusing on our breath, we tend to tense up our shoulders and our shoulders go towards our ears. So if that's happening, just observe it and pull the shoulders back down. Continue to lengthen through your breath. And then just make sure you have a seal created onto your lips, so you're just breathing through your nostrils. And then bring your awareness to your mind. And just notice in your mind what's going on there. Notice if your mind is chatty, or maybe it's fairly quiet. Not needing to change those thoughts, but just really showing up in the present moment and observing your thoughts. Awareness to your physical body. Just notice in your body. So maybe notice how great your body feels. Or maybe notice if there are things going on with your body that don't feel so great. Or maybe you're just feeling neutral today. Not sure exactly how your body feels. And just give yourself permission to show up for yourself on your mat. Within the mind, body, your spirit, and whatever that looks like, and your soul. On your next inhale, inhale your arms out and up above the shoulders. Bring the palms of the hands together. Exhale, prayer hands to heart. Dip your chin to your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, prayer hands to heart. One more inhale, out and up. Exhale to heart. Bring your hands behind your lower back. Reach your right hand across to the left side, bringing your prayer hands together just the best you can, no force. And then start to open up through the right side of body. Take your glance up to the right side of your mat. Inhale back to center. Reach your hands to the mid of your back. Walk your prayer hands up your lower back. Roll the shoulders down. And for some, this might just look like the tips of your fingers touching at your lower back and the palms are not connected. Just listen to your body and allow your body to tell you where you need to be in today's practice. Another breath here. Start to walk the prayer hands down your lower back. Bring the left back hand to the right side. So reaching for your right hip crease, connecting your palms if able to. And then drop your right shoulder down, open up through left side body, take your glance to the left side of your mat and slightly up. Still grounding through our sitting bones. Next breath, come back to center. Bring your hands back, point the fingers down. So you're creating your thumbs together and your fingertips together like so, behind your back. Draw them down towards your tailbone. Take your glance up, open up through the throat, shoulders pull down, and slightly engage through the navel towards your spine. Lift through the root lock, Mula Bandha. Bring your head back to neutral. And then walk your hands back so your fingers are pointing towards your body, shoulders roll down, open up through the heart. Press the mat away from your hands. Get nice and strong through your arms, your shoulders. Breath. Inhale your chin to your chest. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Walk the hands back on top of your thighs. Take a breath. Transition to tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Drop the belly down, tuck the toes under, take the gaze up. Down cat or cow. On your exhale, untuck the toes, round through the spine, up cat. Take your glance between your hands. For a deeper stretch, really lift through the navel, the spine, and take your gaze between your knees. And then from here, you'll start to sync your breath with your movement from inhaling at up cat, tucking the toes, taking the gaze up. Down cat. And then exhale, rounding the spine through up cat, gaze down. Just a few rounds here at your own pace, connecting your breath with your movement. Allow your spine to move. And like the fluidity moving through the spine. Allowing this gentle stretch to awaken your body. Last round of breath wherever you are. Flat back, so neutral spine. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat, creating a C with your spine. And either take your gaze down just in front of you, or you can start to take your gaze back over your shoulder. Next breath, walk your hands back to center. Exhale to the left side. Again, take your gaze down just in front of you, or start to look over your left shoulder. Next breath, come back to center. Engage your fingertips and the tops of your palms into your mat. Start to pull forward with your forehead and with your hips. And then back with your hips, pull back, just hovering above your heels, and then forward again. Exhale forward, inhale backward. Last one. Start to tuck your toes under, lift through the hips. Take your gaze towards your hands and then start to work your gaze down towards your toes. Release your shoulders from your ears. Bend through your knees for modified. Lift through your tailbone. Down dog. And then take what you need here, so you can pedal through your heels, being mindful of your heels. They do not need to touch the floor. Or maybe rock left to right through your hips and bending through your knees. So as you pull to the left, bend through your left knee, straighten through the left knee, bend through the right knee, to the right, your hips. And just alternate left to right. Just hold here, take a breath. Step your right foot forward in between the hands. High lunge. Lower the knee down on the left side, untuck the toes, lift through the arms above the shoulders. Palms face one another. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears. Pelvic tilt, so you're tucking the pelvis, navel towards spine. Feel the difference that makes in your alignment. Ground down through your right foot, connecting the planes of your foot. And then start to ground down through the back foot. So the top of your foot is grounding down. You're activating through the thighs and you're releasing. So pulling inward with your thighs and then releasing. You start to connect your breath. Inhale on the activation, exhale on the release. Last two. And one. Rotate the left hand to the inside of the foot. Open up through the right arm. Take your gaze to the right side of your mat. Check in with your hips. Notice if you're starting to rock side to side or pull back. Stack your knee over top of your ankle. Cartwheel the right hand down inside the right foot. Heel toe the foot to the edge of your mat. Hand stack back underneath of your shoulders. Check the stance of your knee. Right knee over your ankle. One more breath here. And then option to get deeper into your hip. You can bend through your elbows, lower through your chest, hover your heart over your mat. Or you can bring your forearms to your mat. Now, be mindful of the knee here when you start to do this. So you can start to hover your elbows over the mat, get deeper into the stretch. Next breath, start to slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Step the right toes out to a 45-degree angle, and your heel's gonna come off of your mat. Start to bend forward into the knee so it comes over the ankle, and then lunge back so that the knee starts to straighten. Last two. And one. Take the right foot and bring it back so that your hip is back underneath, or your knees back underneath your hip. Rock left to right into the hips and the shoulders. Hold. Tuck the left toes under, step the foot forward in between the hands, ground down through the the left foot. And then check in with the left foot, top of the foot grounds down. Inhale, arms up, palms face one another, the shoulders down. Take a breath. Next breath, start to activate through the thighs, pulling the thighs inward. You'll feel this contraction into your glutes. Last two. And one. Cartwheel the right hand to the inside of the left foot. Open up through the left arm. Your gaze to the left side of your mat. Check in with your knee. Is it hanging? Is it somewhat over the ankle? Just make sure you're not coming side to side with the knee. Cartwheel the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot to the edge of your mat. Left hip. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Modified here. You can even stack blocks underneath your hands to lift through the back of the heart and the front of the heart. It also doesn't make the stretch as deep into your hip as well. If you don't have blocks, you can use maybe a stack of books. And then give yourself permission to deepen through the stretch if you're able to. Do not force it. Check in on your knee, hug your knee towards your shoulder. underneath of your shoulders. Start to point your left toes out and then inch your heel off of your mat, 45-degree angle. And then we'll bend forward so the knee is over the ankle, and then hinge back. So here you're contracting and you're releasing. Last 2 and 1. And your left foot behind you so the knee comes back underneath the hip. Sink down onto the forearms, keeping the hips stacked underneath the knees or over the knees. Take your gaze down, take your chin to your chest. Start to tuck the toes under, engage the forearms into your mat, point your fingers forward, lift through the hips. Take your gaze towards your toes. Dolphin pose. Engage your navel towards your spine. Bend through your knees for modified. Lower your knees all the way down, untuck your toes. Slide your hands towards your body, round through your spine. Coming all the way up onto your knees. Still rolling, one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders are gonna roll last. Open up through the heart. Palms face forward, low mountain onto your knees. Tuck your pelvis, navel towards your spine. Reaching for opposite sides with our hands. We're gonna reach across with our left hand to our right hip and then draw our right arm across. Pinky comes down and it's gonna be just at our ear. So look forward and reach in opposite directions. So left reaches for right, right reaches for left. You're crunching through the the left oblique, and opening up through right side body. So you're gonna activate your abdominal area as you start to reach and contract. Last 2 and 1. Open up to both sides. Open up through the heart, open through the neck. Next breath, bring your head back to neutral. Shoulders drop back down. Reach down with the right hand across to the left side. And then reaching over with the left hand over the ear. Pinky points down. Contract and release. Activate through your abdomen. Last 2 and 1. Inhale back to center, arms open up to a T. Take a breath. Palms float up. And then from here, we'll rotate our palms down. Our shoulders will pull inward and then open back up. So you're contracting through your triceps and biceps. Roll shoulders forward, open back up with the palms. And while you're doing this, you're contracting all the way through the abdomen. So you're pulling your root lock, your mula bandha, or sometimes we refer to it as kegels, so people can kind of get that similarities. So you're pulling your navel up into your spine, pulling your pelvis. That stays contracted the entire time. And from here, if you're doing that, you're gonna feel the lower, so the pelvic region, start to work. The area in which you might have maybe a pooch that you're so concerned about, which, by the way, you should not be concerned about because it's a beautiful part of our body. But we do tone and work that area with this exercise. Last 2. And 1. And then if you do have blocks, if you don't have blocks, you can roll up blankets and stack them in between your thighs. But from here, we're gonna slide 2 blocks, first between our feet, so it gives us the right distance, and then between our thighs, and then you're gonna sit back towards them so you have that alignment. So then when you come up and down, you know that your legs and your hips are distanced the right way. So when we come up to do half camel, arms come over our shoulders or above our shoulders, tuck your right toes under. From here, tuck your pelvis again. So when you go to lean back for your heel, you're not putting all of your weight into your lower back. So I'm just gonna turn sideways so you can see. Right heel or right toes tuck under. Tuck through the pelvis. Lift through the arms. Right fingertips reach back for the heel. And you stay lifted through the heart. So you're pulling up through the heart. Half camel. And if this is still too much for you, so if you have any kind of like lower back issues, you can tuck your hands into like imaginary pockets. So your fingertips point down, shoulders roll back, and you're still tucking your pelvis, and you're just gently opening up through the heart. So pulling the shoulders back over the hips, and then gently pulling them back. Doesn't need to be much of a movement for the feel to stretch into your lower back. Okay, so modify would stay there. We're just going to switch sides to left, half camel. Tuck the toes under on the left side, tuck your pelvis. Reach for the heel. Open up through the heart, or the modify, the pockets. Sometimes too much flexion into your lower back might start to pinch. So just listen to your body if even the modified of touching the heel is not working for you. Reach for your imaginary pockets. Sink down towards your blocks or your blankets. Place your hands on top of your thighs. Rock pose. So rock pose, your heels are directly underneath your sits bones and your knees are pretty much in alignment with your hips. Which is different from hero pose where everything's opened up through the hips. Inhale your arms above the shoulders. Exhale, just a slight spinal twist. Take your left hand to your right thigh and reach your right hand just back. You can place it towards your glutes Relax your shoulders down. You can either take your glance to the right or just over your shoulder. Next breath, inhale up, hands above the shoulders. Exhale to the left side. Stay nice and tall through your spine, crown of your head. Inhale your arms up. Back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Lift your glutes off of your blocks. Forearms come to your mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Modified baby or child's pose. Just notice your belly expanding towards your thighs or onto your blanket or blocks. Inhale. And on the exhale, how your lower back comes back to your body. Allow your shoulders to relax with each breath. Next breath, inhale into tabletop. Release your blanket or your blocks to the side of your mat. Bring your feet to the right side or the left side and then come down onto your sitting bones. Easy seated. One foot comes in front of the shin. Roll the shoulders up and down the back. Ground through the sitting bones. Bring your hands to your heart. Start to notice your breath again. Notice it through your nose. Create the seal into your lips. Busy or quiet, just observe. Your awareness to your physical body. Notice the effects that your body is having now compared to before you started this practice. Bring your thumbs to meet your third eye, the center of your brow line, and bow. The wild one within me honors the wild one within you. Namaste. Beautiful job. Thank you for practicing with me. Please like my page, follow my page, and find me in the studio, 527 Market Street, Lycans. Thank you.